how to find wholesaling real estate deals absolutely for free for $0 marketing cost. What's up guys, Zach in here, and in today's video, I want to give you a presentation I gave of exactly the right lists, the right strategies for you to actually go out here and start getting wholesaling deals for free. Quick tip for you guys, if you keep watching, you're actually going to see my 3-step bowl method framework for actually tripling your deal flow and efficiency on these type of free lists. So it's pretty exciting. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is finding deals for free. This is how you find deals absolutely for free. $0 marketing costs. If we're going to find deals for free, like $0 marketing costs, it's going to require, just understand, free lists are going to require more time and effort than paid lists. Free lists have better quality than paid lists, though. That's the one big thing. Paid lists have less quality per 1,000 leads than a free list. And why is that? Because it's harder for it to pull. So just understand that. For if I have 1,000 free lists that are niched out, that's going to beat your 1,000 high equity leads. If I cold call that 1,000 niche list, it's going to do better than the 1,000 paid lists. Your seller doesn't care how much you paid for your marketing. This is the straight up facts. This is why when I was 17 years old, I was able to do really well in wholesaling. This is crazy, but it's the truth. Your seller's really not going to care if you spent $5,000 SMS text blasting a list, or if you actually found the person and you texted him with your personal cell, or use a Google Voice to go text somebody. The seller doesn't care. That's the truth. So that gives you the advantage in your wholesaling if you're doing it for free, that it doesn't matter, right? And the top 10 lists I'm going to talk about today, we're going to be going after the lists that nobody can pay for. So I'm telling you, these are lists that you just can't go buy from a service, right? And it's really good and it's really up-to-date info. This is the list that you can't pay for. And oh my gosh, it's amazing, guys. And the truth here is consistency wins every single time. I cannot say this enough, but consistency wins. You need to be consistent in this business. If you are not consistent, you are not going to be having success in this business. And especially when it comes to pulling free lists, you're going to have to be consistent. And if you're not consistent, you're just, it ain't going to be well. So that's all I got to say. You got to be consistent with your stuff. So before we get in the top 10, let me kind of bring some honorable mentions, because there are some really good free lists you guys should be pulling, but it's not really top 10, technically costs money to a point. And these two are going to be drawing for dollars and on-market MLS deals. The reason why I include drawing for dollars on here is because, got to pay gas, right? Car, insurance, I get it. People technically, Zach, that's not a free list. Oh, okay, fine. I'm going to put it as an honorable mention because it's pretty darn cheap. Trying for dollars is going to be that. Now, on-market deals MLS, technically free, but to be a realtor, all stuff like that, technically paid for to a sense. You can still wholesale MLS properties without a license too, so just understand that. No dual agency is legal in your state. So number 10 here is going to be your arrest record list. The arrest record list is absolutely critical. I don't know why anybody doesn't pull it. I don't see many people on social media, YouTube, wholesaling influencers, whatever. They don't like talking about the arrest record list. I don't know why. It's amazing. The real question here is where to pull this list. You can either pull this from the sheriff's website for your local county or city. Remember that there's police officers in cities and county, different jurisdictions technically. So they get arrested different places. So you might have to go 2 different places to pull these lists. Public Record sometimes has this. I recommend you pull this list depending how much time you can, every week or every month at a minimum. That's honestly what I'd say. The tip here, though, is hey, if you can find motivating factors with arrests, either a lien or code violation on top of that, that's going to be even better. And that's something you should really be going. Number 9 here is going to be bird dogs. What's a bird dog? These are people that are going to go out here and actually hunt for deals for you, and they're not wholesaling to a point. A bird dog might be a 17, 18-year-old kid that just wants to make some side money while they're in high school or they're in college, and they drive around a city or something, right? Is you can give a 50-50 split for bird dogs when they drive for dollars for you. Maybe 10% if they pull a probate for you, something like that, right? But driving for dollars, I pay them very well and usually just give them 50-50 splits. I'm not worried about them trying to steal the deal because they probably can't close it. They're giving you the bird dog stuff. Number 8 here is going to be Zillow for sale by owners, for rents. Zillow for sale by owners are still amazing. And nobody likes talking about it. It's not the sexiest list out here. It's a free list. It's one of the best lists out there if you don't do skip tracing, anything like that. And you can call the for rents also on Zillow. That's more of a cash buyer's play, but sometimes there's motivated sellers on there too. So not a bad one. If you can do it every week for your local county, it's going to be good. what type of Zillow for sale by owners do you call? What's the formats, things like that. You see here on the bottom right, it's freewholesaling.com. What I can tell you right now is freewholesaling.com. Guys, I post a lot of my stuff here. Everyone knows, here's a quick tip I can always give to you on this. Every month, like usually on like a Tuesday or Wednesday, once a month, I'll cold call for 2+ hours a Zillow for sale by owner list just to tell you guys that it works. And how do I prove to you? I mean, last Tuesday, right? So like a week ago, I cold called 2 hours. I got one really good creative financing deal and another good wholesaling deal, right? Like, I think I knocked like 30K off of one deal, and then I got terms on. Like, guys, I just show you, like, it's pretty simple. Like, I literally choose a market. I did the spinner wheel, right? And I just went to the old simmering leads. So like Zillow for sale by owners that were simmering for like over 100 days, 120-ish days, that are not really getting much traction anymore. That's just been sitting there. They forget about it. Now they want to sell again. It's a really good one. Like, guys, you see me do it. Number 7 here is going to be pre-foreclosures. Where to pull the pre-foreclosures? Just look at your notice of default or list pendants in your clerk of the court or the public records. You should be pulling this, guys, at least every single week, every single month. And the thing about dealing with pre-foreclosures, I could tell you right now, is you're going to have to be very knowledgeable on the pre-foreclosure process. There is a huge process with it. There's pre-foreclosure, and then there's the auction date getting set up, the window of time, how many missed payments, things like that. Guys, I implore you, I don't have 2 hours on this live to just only talk about pre-foreclosures. So just understand that at freewholesaling.com, which I point everyone to there, because like I sat down for 2+ hours. We got all the nice, fancy, sexy graphics for you guys. I explain it as well as I possibly can. I give my all teaching pre-foreclosures there. At freewholesaling.com, it has my pre-foreclosure training. Just go to the marketing section. So number 6, guys, these are going to be social media deals. This is going to be through JVing, networking, realtors. I don't know why, it's not talked about enough. I mean, a lot of people do talk about it, so I will give people the benefit of the doubt on this one, but I cannot stress this enough. Like, having a personal brand for yourself, and don't get a personal brand and then go sell things, right? Like, I'm telling you, sell yourself, and you'll have deals coming at you at the wazoo. Like, I got too many deals coming at me right now. Like, you can just create a Facebook and Instagram account and just start interacting in groups, Instagram posts, commenting. You're going to do really well. And it's amazing to see how much need is out there. I kind of said in that live I did like a couple months ago, when it comes to like personal branding and stuff, there is tens of millions of dollars of wholesaling deals that are just get sent to realtors because wholesaler A can't find a cash buyer, and that deal just blows up and they go with a realtor, right? Tens of millions of dollars of wholesaling fees just gets thrown in the trash every year. But if that person went and posted something on a real estate group, or they found a JV partner through social media, you could have harvested that 10 million, which that means 5 million to this other wholesaler. Number 5 here is going to be the lien list. Guys, the lien list is absolutely killer. But the lien list, what kind of list is this? These are going to be your tax liens, your IRS debt lien list, your credit card debt lien list, etc. Where do you pull it? Again, from the clerk of the court or the public records. And these are, again, go by IRS, credit card, tax, and utility lien lists. They're pretty easy to pull. They're probably one of the simplest lists to pull. This is going to be like the most niched out list. But what I can tell you is, a really, really big tip here is go in person right now. Like, if you want to if you can't pull this list online, go in person and you'll probably be able to pull it pretty easy. Number 4 here is going to be your fire damage properties. I love the fire damage properties. Absolutely killer list, guys. And this is a list that no one's pulling. I don't know why no one's pulling this list. Keep telling everyone. Keep telling you. Eventually, everyone's going to be pulling this list, and you're going to be like, oh, I wish back in the good old days. Guys, this is the good old days right now. Pull this list, guys. I'm telling you, why do I tell everyone to pull this list? Because it's very hard to pull a list like this. Guys, you need to be pulling the fire damage property. So this brings us back to where to pull this list. Really, to pull this, you just got to go to your local county or city's fire department member. Sometimes the city has a different fire department than the county, your local firehouse, when to pull this list. I recommend you pull this list at least every single month on the dot. Keep calling. Like, this is one thing I can tell you is, like, keep calling this list. Go in person until you get this list. Like keep calling or go in person. Be persistent. What did I say in the beginning of this video? Consistency wins. Most wholesalers don't and won't have this list in your market. And this is the truth. If you go to all your local firehouses and cold call or go in person and just keep asking for this list as a private tax-paying citizen. I will tell you this right now. If you go to the fire department and say you're a real estate investor, you're going to get kicked out. They're not going to let you get that list. Now, if you say you're a private tax-paying citizen doing independent research, you're going to have a lot better success. And, get your ego out of the door, be a private citizen, and that's it. And you'll have a better success with that list. And you're literally saying the same thing. It's just going at a different way, but you're not lying. You're telling the truth there. One also caveat I would say is don't be pulling the fire damage property list or marketing to them unless you actually have buyers for these too. I see a lot of people sometimes pulling this. They get a bunch of deals, but they can't dispo the deals because fire damage properties require a pretty intense cash buyer to do a full renovation. These are very easy buyers to find, but if you need to make sure you have sort of at least 1 or 2 buyers there, just go on a Facebook group. You'll find them pretty easy. Number 3, guys, this is kind of the cousin of fire damage properties. This is another list that no one really pulls. Very unknown, like what kind of list this is. I mean, remember, guys, the fire damage property list is literally a list of properties that went on fire, right? Fire department had a call if they went to the house, right? Number 3 is the water shutoff list. This is basically when they shut the water off due to non-payments on the property. Where do you pull this list? From the local city or county utility departments. Pull it every week if you can, but usually every month is what you're going to have to do. Quick tip here, make sure the water is being shut off in your local market before you pull it. What I can say like that is, let's say, for example, the city of Los Angeles really isn't pulling the water for emergency orders, and really they won't be doing it. But like if you go to, a more rural city in, like, let's say Tennessee or Georgia or South Carolina, they're shutting off water. Okay. So the truth is here, also make sure your water company you're calling is public. If it's a private water company, they don't have a right to give you that information. If it's a public, they have a right to give you that information as a private tax-paying citizen. But if it's a private one, they don't have to give that to you. So just understand this. These are public information, aka government lists. Number 2 here, this is going to be code violation. Love code violations. These are tall grass, structural issues, mold or mildew on the property. And usually someone really calls and complains about this. The reason why I love this list so much is because people get fines every single day from this list. If a code violation for tall grass will get like a $25 a day fine, okay, that accrues for like 4 months straight. That's a lot of money, right? And like that could be thousands. And I've seen a $10,000 code violation list. They're pretty cool for us real estate wholesalers because we can really help the sellers out because we can actually negotiate these down by a lot, and they work really well. So where do you pull this list? The code enforcement department is where you'll go and pull it. Pull it every week if you can. Some cities you can actually pull it online, which is kind of cool. Just remember here, this is like fire departments, a lot of places. There's usually a city code enforcement list and then a county code enforcement list. Make sure you pull both. So if you're doing Miami, make sure you do the city of Miami code violation and then the Miami-Dade County code violation. And number 1, without further ado, this is going to be your probates. I'm telling you right now, probates are absolutely killer list. It's my favorite list. It's free. Not enough people are pulling this list. It's not even saturated too much for most wholesalers. Literally just go to the clerk of the court or the public records. If you want to learn actually how to pull this the right way, freewholesaling.com. Again, we teach it all. When to pull it as soon as you can, really. Tip, every county has a probate court in the United States. There's literally no excuses for you not to be pulling the probate list. But I'll tell you, most people watching this will not pull the probate list this week. Like I can only give you the information, if you take it, you don't, whatever, but for the people that are crazy enough to actually pull this list and do well, hats off to you. You'll be rewarded handsomely. If you're struggling right now to get deals and leads, if you don't know when you're going to get your next paycheck, right? Like if you don't have money to buy a list, most people tell you to go buy a list. If you have at least 2 hours a day from 2 to 8 p.m., most people do. Telling you right now, you can push it till 9 if you want, right? If you at least have 2 hours, right? You're struggling to get deals, you don't have money to buy a list, I promise you right now, then like if you have all this stuff, why aren't you going to start taking action and changing your financial destiny forever? And that's the honest question I have to tell everybody. And I'm saying this in this nicest way possible. I know a lot of people watch this from work, but like if you're watching this live stream, from 5 to 6 p.m., right? Or 5 to 7 p.m., you have time, and you guys can always watch the replay of this, right? Like at, midnight if you want, right? Like if you have the time to watch this, you have time to go and market during these times. Heck, you can be pulling lists while listening this live, right? And I implore you guys to actually go in here, take action on this list. Most people are not going to do it, but the people that do are going to be wildly successful and are going to outperform the people that don't. Implore me for a second. Let me go full webinar mode on you. And this is where the new people that just are learning about me, right? They're just subscribed. This is when they start rolling their eyes like, oh, this is it. This is where he gets me, right? This is where it happens, right? This is where I get swindled, right? This is when it all, this is where Zach sells me, right? I'm about to go full webinar mode on you. And the real people know I'm about to say. But the people that don't, implore me, entertain me for a second here, okay? For the low price of $997. Now, you guys know if I was selling something for $1,000, you have to put a 7 or an odd number at the end of everything. So you have to put $997. Apparently it sells more. I don't know the whole rules, but so for $997, pay me $997. I'll share with you my 3-step framework for tripling your deals, 3xing your deal flow, okay? Doubling your profits and efficiency with these lists. I want to know, guys, would it be worth it if you paid me $997 and I was literally able to triple your deal flow in your CRM, double your profit and your efficiency with this list? Would it be worth it? I want everyone in the chat to let me know. Would it be worth that price if I actually taught you right now how to do it? I could sell the living snot out of that, okay? I'm telling you right now, for $1,000, I show you guys how to triple your deal flow, double your profits and efficiency with this list. Everybody knows it's 100% worth it, right? Okay, everyone would pay for that, right? Okay, you guys know it's worth it. Here's the thing, I'm not a sellout, okay? I'm not a sellout, okay? I'm not going to charge you for this information. But what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to show you exactly what this is. I'm about to literally give you a piece of knowledge that I have. I can easily sell hundreds upon hundreds of times for $997 over and over and over again, okay? In exchange, though, I'm telling you this right now, you're going to have to like this video, hopefully share this video to a new wholesaler or in a Facebook group other than my own, and subscribe to the channel. I'm pretend like you paid me $1,000 for this, okay? I'm going to go in that mode. I'm going to go webinar mode, already? You already paid me. I got to give it to you, all right? Let's get it. A lot of people like attaching names to animals on courses. So I decided to attach it to this. I'm calling it the bull method. Okay. So I'm going to give you my 3-step bull method framework. Okay. This is going to be my bull method framework. Why am I calling it the bull method framework? Because apparently if I want to be a full-on YouTuber, I got to attach animals to names to sell something. I don't know why, but I just do. So I guess I have to do that. Right. But the thing is here, it's actually kind of true because like to use this framework, you're going to have to do a bull. Like you're going to have to just charge. Like, unfortunately, I don't like saying this analogy. It's kind of true. Like if you're going to use this framework, what do bulls do? They literally charge without thinking half the time. And a lot of you guys out here starting out in wholesaling, you need to act like an angry, raging bull, like a charging bull. Like some of you guys overthink it, right? Like I'm telling you, like you guys overthink this business and you're like, oh, you know, should I go after this thing? Guys, be an angry bull. Just go. Just go take action, right? I'm telling you, like that is what you have to do. So this is going to be the bull method. You're just going to like almost on disregard to thinking, put the brain away and just start taking action with the framework I'm about to tell you, okay? So I'm about to tell you what to do. You're going to have to treat it like a bull and just go, okay? That I've been thinking to a point, right? Think a little, not too much, right? Like take action in front of that. We have bull literally when they're running after something or you, they have no fear, right? They got the horns. You have the horns. Okay, let's just get it. So this is my 3-step bull method framework. So how to actually use these lists for massive success. Let's get it. Framework number 1, we are going to pull all these lists for the month. So for next month or this month, we're going to spend an hour a day every single week per list. So what does that mean? That means every single list, so at least 10 hours a week. That's a lot. I know, hey guys, if you want to get success or have a VA do it, if you have too much time, but like pull 1 hour a day for this list, or it takes you 30 minutes to do a list, fine. Maybe it takes you 5 hours, but an hour a day per list includes skip tracing 10 hours, right? So an hour a day per list. Okay. That's plenty more time if you're good, right? That's what we're going to do. Okay. 10 hours a week. We're going to get all the lists, basically all 10 of these lists pulled, right? Arrest, pre-foreclosures, fire damage, all this stuff, right? Framework 2 is we're going to find the duplicates in Excel or Google Sheets. I can tell you right now is when we pull this, we're going to put it in a Google Sheets or an Excel list right now. And we're going to find the addresses. Okay. We're going to put in a nice sheet, right? By first name, last name, by owner, address, city, zip, phone number, all that fun stuff, right? We're going to then go and find the duplicates. And this is really cool. You can actually pull all of it and then make a master list, organize it by code violations, probates, water shutoff, stuff like that. But the cool part is copy all of that and then make a new one called a master list to make sure everything's backed up, right? You do not want to lose one of these lists, right? Had this done before. What I want you to do is now pull it and find all the duplicates. We're not going to delete the duplicates. There's tutorials out here how to find duplicates on it, but like Fine. It's going to tell you, you have like 50 duplicates out of a 500, right? That 50. So that means either something on the code violation list has the same address as something on the probate, and maybe it's also on the pre-foreclosure, right? Like there's triple motivation on that deal, right? Amazing. Every single time I see a $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 deal, I see multiple of these things pop up. It's crazy. Literally, like I'm telling you. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the duplicates in whatever software we're using to organize this data, right? This is not list. This is crazier than list stacking. And this is crazy stuff, guys. This stuff you only see on the inside of paid stuff. And this is what I'm giving for free, guys. So this is, you pay the price. You like this video, subscribe, join free wholesaling. Shared it, guys, all this stuff. But find the duplicates. I'm telling you, you're going to find a list. Maybe it's a probate and a pre-foreclosure together, or like an arrest and a code violation. I'm telling you, if it has just any duplicate at all, it is going to be killer. I promise you. Like this is stuff you have to be going after. Once you find these duplicates, maybe it's even 4 a week, maybe it's 10 a week, maybe it's 50 a month, right? It's not going to be a lot. So I'm not telling you to do too much right here, okay? We're going to use framework number 3. And this is the secret sauce, right? Like this is why you guys pay me the big bucks. Number 3, we're going to market aggressively with the triple threat system. Triple threat, okay? We are going to go cold call that list, and or if they don't answer the cold call, we're going to leave a voicemail. We are then going to text them the next day, and then we are going to leave a sticky note at the house, or we're going to Facebook message them, okay? Because if you're virtual, you can't really leave a sticky note, right? So we'll do a Facebook message. Preferably, you cold call, you text, leave a sticky, and then a Facebook message, and you're literally going to do that every single week for at least 2 to 3 months straight on that list, okay? So maybe if you pull this for 3 months, you have 150 on your super special list, you're not going to stop. You're going to keep going. You are going, like, I'm telling you, think of the quote here. This is one of my favorite quotes from Wolf of Wall Street, right? It's, you are going to stay on that phone until the person buys or dies. To a point where like you are going to keep marketing this person till theoretically they're on the probate list and then they're back on your marketing. Okay. I'm telling you, you have to be aggressive with this list. And there's so much great deals here. And you're only marketing like 150. Think about that. There's almost a guaranteed deal in there with 150 on a triple, like on 3 motivating factors for 150. That is literally what, 2 hours a week at most, an hour a week at most. On that list, there's so many deals on that. And here's the thing, you know, someone's going to complain to me, Zach, I don't have any deals. I'm too young. I'm too this. I'm too broke. I don't have enough time. Guys, and like literally, if you're willing to do what I just literally did there, people pay thousands of dollars for that and they start doing it. And you literally just have this information. What are you going to do with this info? Are you just going to go back and complain, right? Like, guys, you have the information. You got to start going after it. This is a foolproof system for success. You're going to rinse and repeat and keep going, guys. Like, what is your excuse? I'd love for someone to give me an excuse for not pulling this list right now. If you give me the excuse, oh, I run too big of an operation, use a VA to do this and teach them if you got the money, right? Like, there's literally no excuse right now for you not to go out here and be successful. There's zero excuses. And I don't know why. I don't know why the people aren't doing this. I can only tell you so many times why you have to be doing it. But the truth is, you got to remember this too. The difference between the people that are successful in wholesaling and the people that aren't are the people that are successful actually chose to take action. And I'm not telling you, there's people that quote unquote took action and failed. That's everyone. Every single wholesaler has taken action and failed. That is 100% happened before. What happened to the person that's successful or not? Both of them took action and failed, but the successful wholesaler took action and failed and kept going and kept going and kept persevering through that. Thank you so much for watching that video today. If you want more free value for wholesaling real estate, remember to smash that like button and subscribe. Guys, if you want to join the best wholesaling real estate mentorship in the planet and join the wholesaling course that has the most people in it in the history of the world for wholesaling real estate, go to freewholesaling.com. It's free. There's no gimmicks. There's no upsells in this course. It is an absolute free wholesaling course. I've been told to charge thousands and thousands of dollars for it. I give it out for free. So like this video and subscribe. Join the movement for wholesaling real estate and go to freewholesaling.com and join my Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group. That is the largest mastermind in the country of like-minded wholesaling entrepreneurs who want to get connected absolutely for free and learn wholesaling real estate. Guys, I'll hope to see you there. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Have a blessed one.